Hey there, and welcome back to Carrier. And you remember what happened last week. We got up to the doctor, who turned into a big monster and killed the colonel, and then killed Jack. And we first fought him in the room where we fought the slug, but it turned out we were not supposed to fight him. We had to just run away from him and then fight him later. So, because I died there, I started a ways back. I played back up to right before that scene, so we won't have to play all the way back there. But even though I've done that, I do want to load this old save file for just something I noticed when I replayed this, which made me laugh. Just a little thing, little something. This save file is right before you get to the point where you talk to the doctor, and the doctor tells you about Ark, and how Ark is here to replace the humans. You know, that cutscene where the doctor's like, Ark has 35 billion years of memories, and it's here to eradicate humans and turn the Earth back into a paradise. You remember that scene. And then at the end of that cutscene, the doctor passes out, if you remember how that goes. So when I watched this cutscene the second time, I noticed something which made me laugh. It's just a little thing. Let's see it.
Doctor, I'm glad you're okay.
Jack, I'm impressed.
So if you press start to skip the cutscene, he just passes out right there. You can just do that at any point during the cutscene. That's all I wanted to show. Let's restart. You can just wait to any point during that cutscene to make him just fall to the floor by pressing start. It's very good. Alright, so I played back up to right before the scene where the colonel gets tentacled. I tried my best to not get damaged as we played up to that point, so we'll have as many health drinks as we can going into this fight. Because you remember how the fight went, is like the doctor has a very long range, and there's not a whole lot of room to run around in that elevator.
Carrier.
Indeed. So, I'm going to have as many health drinks as I can, and we're just going to shoot him with the Riot Buster. We're just going to shoot him with that over and over, and we're going to see what happens. Alright, this is the last save game I have here. Alright, let me just remind myself. Yeah. I've put the bombs down. They're ready to go. Now, oh, actually, wait. The colonel is up here, isn't it? Yeah. I put the bombs down, I believe, at the point in time where this save file is. We just have to go talk to the colonel. Oh, that guy's still alive. Talk to the colonel so we can prompt him to use the bombs. Let's just run around him, maybe. Can we do that? I mean, he's just kind of right there. I think I can just go through here. He's just going to stay there? All right. That's fine. Yeah, looks like we're on our way. Let's reload our gun as we go, just to make sure.
This is Transport 101. Is anyone out there?
This is Spark Sergeant Ingalls.
What is your situation? We are taking care of survivors on the flight deck.
By order of Spark Team Leader Colonel Burks, we're gonna sink the Heimdall by detonating explosives around the water drainage system on the lowest deck.
What? The Heimdall? Are you crazy?
No.
Why? What happened?
Look, there's no time to explain the details, but we have no other choice.
I see. Then we are waiting for you on the flight deck. Until then, we will get the rest of the survivors aboard.
Roger.
Right, it's the only thing we can do. We have to make sure that the Heimdall never gets to shore. The only thing we can do to stop the Ark is to sink the whole thing with the Ark on board and make sure that it cannot get to land and infect everything. So that's the plan. We've set the bombs. Well, actually, I think, do we go? Yeah, on the north side of this this whole engine room sequence is like the only part of the map that we hadn't been to. So when we get to it, that is where the Colonel was waiting for us. I like how the main Ark is just sitting here. It's not doing anything. It's just kind of here. Just kind of pulsing. Alright, here's the Colonel. He set his bombs, Jack set his bombs.
Bomb is set.
The bombs are set.
Good. Here it goes.
Let's blow everything up. So technically after we do this, technically it means that we have a happy ending. Because the carrier's going to go down with the Ark with it. Jack doesn't exactly need to survive. So even though we died last time to the Doctor, that really should have counted as a good ending. I'm also not really sure why we did that while we were on board. We could have just gone up to the
Let's get out of here.
to the top deck before we did that, but you know, whatever. Such a long close-up on Jack.
Colonel! Colonel Burke! Doctor?
Go. Jack, let me handle this.
Such a man. Noble to the end.
I'll save you.
Even with like a tree trunk through his chest. He somehow is still talking.
What are you doing? Get out of here. That's an order.
Colonel!
The partitions are going to close. Hurry. Don't make my death meaningless.
Colonel! Colonel!
I love that they use the same soundbite for all those.
Colonel.
It's like the voice actor only did the one, but when they put the cutscene together, they figured one was not enough. You had to have more angst than that.
Colonel.
Look, you make do with what you have when you're on a budget. You want Jack Ingalls to say Colonel multiple times, but maybe you only have the money to pay the voice actor to say it twice. Do what you have to do.
This is Transport 101. Spark Team, do you copy?
This is Sergeant Ingalls.
We've experienced a large shock. The detonation was successful?
Yes, I'm on my way to the flight deck.
You better hurry. We can't hang around here much longer. With the ship sinking, it soon will be impossible to lift off. We will wait as long as we can. If you're not there, we're leaving without you.
Roger.
All right, time for the thrilling escape. As the carrier is sinking, here comes all that water. Water, the one enemy that Jack cannot shoot. How can you defeat an enemy that you can't shoot? Alright, so...
Deck 6 is flooded. All crew members must evacuate.
Oh, right. Before we get to the doctor, we do have this cutscene. And I was just thinking the first time we watched this, this made me so sad. You can tell that they were trying to make this look so cool. They were trying to make this look like such a cool action hero sequence.
All crew members must evacuate immediately. Partition damage on Deck 5. Damage is critical.
Okay, yes. Now okay, so you remember what happened here. The big problem I had last time was I was faked out into thinking that we were going to fight the doctor here. And that was my mistake. Because it turns out we're not fighting the doctor. We just have to run around and flip the switches so we can get away from him until we get to the real battle arena. So I wasted a lot of ammo and health drinks on this room.
If I don't do something soon... Damn, it's still alive.
Alright, so he's real fast. I'm gonna try to bob and weave to get to the... I ran right at him. That is not what I wanted to do. Take my time getting up. Okay, I am hurt, so I need to use this. Let's see. Level 2 energy drink. Right, so remember, I have to get to the red switches. Flip those switches so I can open the door. Don't want to do it when he's too close to me, because otherwise he will hit me. Let's see, that's 3. Fourth one, I think, is in the far corner. Yeah, this one here. Whoop. He's right here. We're just going to run by him. Just not going to bother with him. We're not going to bother with him. We're going to head through here. There we go. All right. So, that's what I wasted all of my health stuff on last time. How are we doing? Oh, that's right. First got to talk to Wesker.
The Colonel, a monster got him.
What? The Colonel?
Damn.
Well, there's nothing we can do but try to save ourselves. The transport plane is ready. Hurry to the flight deck.
Yes, sir.
Also, I believe Jessifer calls us.
Lieutenant.
And, as has been pointed out, she doesn't have a neck.
The detonation...
We can see, like, her hair
I'm headed to the flight
flowing down beneath her head.
Burks with you?
No, I'm afraid the Colonel didn't make it.
What? The Colonel too?
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. And me, I wasn't able to do anything.
Lieutenant,
We don't have much time. Let's get out of here. The Olympus is nearby. I'll escape on that. You should come with.
no, I'll head for the flight deck. Captain Lang is preparing a transport waiting for me.
I see. Then be careful. With a little luck, I'll see you later at the base.
Gotcha. But be careful, Lieutenant.
All right. Hopefully that's enough health to be able to take a hit from our friend the doctor. because I'm just going to use this and try to just tank his hits and just keep blasting him with this. All right, we can go through this big door now. And this goes back to the elevator. And I think this elevator was the one that had the first boss on it, the plant that killed Terry. Poor Terry. So we're going to use this to head back up. But before we can head back up... Terry was so enthusiastic about his job. Yeah, this is Doctor. He's taking his time.
Damn, it's still alive.
But we didn't do anything to kill it. But... All right. Let's try to do this. Kaboom. All right, let me just... Yeah, that took a lot of health. That took a lot of health. Oh, that went through him. Is he... I think he's done. I think we're fading out. Yeah?
Jack, Ark is not evil. And humans are not gods. Run, Jack. Go back. Take with you the warning of Ark. While I am still human.
Oh, all right. Can I... How fast is he? He seems pretty slow. Ran out. Alright, well, at least I used it for a good purpose. Let's get the West Cobra. Replenish. No, it was already replenished. It seems like I'm not getting a target when I aim at him, but we are heading up. Should I just wait it out until I get up to the deck? Because we're up on the deck. I should be able... No, we're continuing to go up. We're like heading past the deck. Yeah, I'm not getting a target when I aim at him. So I wonder, do I shoot him or do I just wait this out? Since we are actually moving.
All crew members must evacuate.
He has a very long reach. It's kind of hard considering how I don't have like one health drink maybe left. It's kind of risky to try anything here. I could try laying down bombs. Whoop, I can't. Oh, are we done? Are we done? We faded out. We faded the black. Did I wait him out? Oh, I'm shooting him in the cutscene. It's working now.
Damn! Jack! Get back!
Wow, what did he shoot him with?
I guess this wipes the slate clean between us.
Captain!
Hurry, get on!
All right, Wesker saved us from the doctor.
All of those crew members, this is all that's left.
It's over. In a few hours, the Heimdall will be at the bottom of the sea. I can see the coast. Have you heard? This area was closed off after a nuclear accident last year. There's nothing living there. Places like this are showing up all over the world. At this rate, the Earth will be done soon. We humans are destroying ourselves. All our hard work. Maybe it's best to start again from the beginning. Maybe what this is saying is not such a bad idea after all.
And it turns out that Wesker was the traitor after all. Which, how could any of us have seen it coming? His mission was to steal the Ark sample, but now that he has it, he's thinking maybe it just should be used. Maybe humanity's path is just going to create an uninhabitable planet. Maybe it'd be better for the planet if we just got rid of humanity and let nature reclaim the planet. Did you hear about the nuclear accident? Nothing can live here anymore. It's happening more and more. Hey, remember that whole plot line about the North and the South having a war? Do you remember that? That doesn't seem like that really came up. But anyway, that is Jack Ingalls' campaign in Carrier. We made it through the Carrier. We fought the Doctor and then outlasted his second form, which I guess was invulnerable. It didn't seem like I was actually hurting him. I guess I just had to wait him out. And maybe all of our efforts were for naught if Wesker does indeed unleash the Ark upon the world. And it did seem like he was holding it in the thing that was part of Jessifer's stuff. That did look like the capsule that Jessifer was holding at the beginning. So does that make Wesker a double agent? If so, who is he working for? Presented by Jellicoe. Unfortunately, they didn't get to continue their story in Carrier 2. But my understanding is that we're not actually done with the story of Carrier 1. Let me save. I'll save here. Clear data is Jack.
Carrier.
It's still a good soundbite. Okay, so let's see. Let me see what you have to do here. I picked new game. What is that? What does it do if I pick new game?
By the beginning of the
We get this cutscene. Remember this. The story between the North and the South. The North-South conflict in the 21st century. We'll never forget it. So let me just... Does this just start me off as Jack again? Just want to see where we continue if I pick new game here. It does look like it's the same cutscene. Okay, yeah, that is Jack. All right, hold on a second. In that case, let me load the save data. Because it is supposed to be the case that we're not actually done yet with Carrier. There's unfinished business. Plot lines that haven't been completed. Story strands that need to be tied up. Violence and grotesque imagery. I mean, I guess if the graphics were better, it would be pretty grotesque. As it is, it's I don't think it's anything that requires a warning, really. All right. So we got this clear data as Jack. So if I load this, I mean, imagine Carrier, but with the graphics of Resident Evil 2 Remake. How hideous and repulsive all this would be.
Where am I? Who are you?
Are you okay? I'm Lieutenant Ingalls. You're on Deck 2 in the service elevator. I found you when I was looking for survivors. I carried you here.
Ingalls? You must be Sergeant Ingalls' brother.
Sergeant Ingalls? Jack Ingalls? You know Jack?
It's a small world. I'm Lieutenant Manning of the Information Division, Section 1. I'm part of the team sent by NTA to investigate the accident. And your brother is part of the same team. He's here somewhere.
Really? Any idea where he is right now?
Well, the helicopter we came in on was shot down by the ship's defense system. We were separated when we bailed out.
I see.
Don't worry. If I made it, Jack certainly would have too. Wait just a minute. I'll try to call him. Sergeant Ingalls, can you hear me? This is Lieutenant Manning.
Lieutenant Manning, you okay?
Yeah, I just came to. But more importantly, your brother is here. He saved me.
Lieutenant, what happened? I can hardly hear you.
There's too much static. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Your brother is alive. He's gone.
Is he okay?
There was a lot of static and I couldn't hear very well. But he sounded fine.
Good.
Lieutenant Ingalls, what is going on here?
Well, it all started with a bomb set by the Southern Cross. Radioactivity from the bomb caused Ark to germinate. After that, the whole boat changed into this hell.
What do you mean? What is Ark?
We still don't really know. I'm trying to collect information and rescue any survivors.
I see.
Look, Lieutenant, I don't know if it's my place to say, but The ship has become too dangerous. I think you should evacuate.
Thank you for your concern, but I have a job to do. The other members of my team should be somewhere in the ship. I must confirm their safety. I'm as concerned about my friends as you are.
Of course. Then I'll get back to rescuing the crew.
Lieutenant Ingalls, be careful. I hope that you find your brother in good health.
Thanks. You be careful out there, too.
All right, it's time to play Jessifer's campaign, which we get after completing Jack's. What do we have? We have the Gadget 1. Okay, we have the welder. Why is our gun called Gadget 1? It's manufactured by Everest. We have some bullets. A couple energy drinks. We got the Ben 10 scope. I don't know why we have that. I thought only Terry had that, but we have it. All right, so Jessifer's campaign. We know that Jessifer was up to something while Jack was doing what Jack Ingalls did, and we met Jessifer. Well, we talked to her a few times during the campaign, and we met her like once or twice. So we're gonna see what she was up to during this whole thing. Can I? No? Okay, there we go. So, unfortunately, we know how things turn out for Bob. Not well. But Bob has run off to try to rescue his fellow crew members. So, let me use my scope. Nothing in front of me. And it was mentioned that Bob did care for Jessifer when she was unconscious, so I guess that's what we just saw. Jessifer waking up and now proceeding on her mission. I'm not entirely sure what her mission is. I only remember that she had the thing that was part of her stuff, and by the end, Wesker has it, and it has Ark in it.
Why is it so hot? The temperature in the ship is supposed to be completely regulated. Strange. Maybe the system is malfunctioning due to the accident. First, I should take a look in the computer room.
Did Bob mention the zombies? It just occurred to me that he said things were dangerous. I don't remember if he actually mentioned the killer zombie monsters. You'd think it would be important. So something that has been mentioned to me is that if you pick up items as Jack, those items will no longer be available for Jessifer to pick up. And so what that means is...
There is definitely something strange going on here.
Jessifer Manning, the master of understatement. Since I picked up like every item available as Jack, that means like there's going to be next to nothing that Jessifer can pick up, is apparently what the deal is. I think he's dead. That kind of means that I need to be maybe a little bit more careful than I was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. I need to be maybe a little bit careful in my play. Yeah, sure. Let's save. Now, we are in an area... I'm trying to remember if Jack had been in this area. Well, let's find out. Here's a box. Anything in that box? No, okay. So yes, Jack had been in this area, and I did take whatever was in that box when I was using Jack. This was the elevator to Deck 5. Yeah, this is the room where he entered Deck 6 in. That's correct. So we're just going to have to be careful. Just gonna have to take it slow. Use our scope. I'm kind of wondering how she started out on the 6th deck. Like, Jack starts off out on the top deck, which is understandable. How did Jessica end up, like, at the bottom of the carrier when she crashed?
What is that? What a horrible plant! It looks like the whole ship has been taken over by plants. It makes my skin crawl. If I don't catch up with my team and get this information back to headquarters, maybe if I take a look at the data about the members of the team.
Well, we did not meet a Sandra Cates as Jack.
Got it. It's Sandra. She's registered as an engineer sent by an aircraft manufacturer. Her room is Deck 3, living quarters.
All right, I guess we're heading up to Deck 3.
Mark is registered as the same. I hope they're okay. Okay. The partition can be opened from here. Good. I did it.
All right, I unlocked a couple of things. Let's take a look at something here. Let's go back to the manual. I believe these characters were mentioned in the manual. Let's see. Yeah, Sandra Cates, same affiliation as Jessifer, has worked with Jessifer many times, good with mechanics and guns, usually plays the big sister role. All right, we don't see that other person, so I guess we're going to be meeting Sandra. Probably should switch to the welder, just because the welder doesn't use ammo. If I have more than one enemy to fight at once, the welder is probably not that great, but if it's just one at a time, probably can handle it. Alright, right in front of us. I like how it's staticky for a few seconds, and then eventually it becomes clear. If you want to just wait for a few seconds, it'll get there. So I guess this is locked. Yeah. Yeah. Got a couple. Couple at once. Maybe I can just sort of run around those terminals. Try to stay away. Oh, no, I can't. Hold on. Well, I can run around this. Alright, so far so good. Okay, great, got a machine gun right away. That doesn't really mean I'm gonna find much ammo for it. But we have a different machine gun. We have the Easy Shooter. Submachine gun with a 30-round magazine, manufactured by E&H. I mean, how easy it is going to be really depends on how much ammo we actually find for the thing.
This is where the Heimdall's weapon system is controlled. I better be careful about what I touch. Who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, things might get out of control. Like, if we touch something, the computer might go running wild.
So this is where the Heimdall's weapon system is controlled.
Can I just not touch anything?
What I touch. Who knows what'll happen?
I mean, it's flashing. You'd think I would be able to, like, do something with that. Maybe not. What about over here? Maybe I just don't do anything at all here.
So
yep, this is where the Heimdall's weapon systems are controlled. Be careful. Who knows what would happen? All right. Anything? Do we do anything here? Nah, maybe not. Maybe the only thing that we do is we get the machine gun, which, I mean, that's worthwhile. It's not bad. I just thought that maybe there would be something else to do in there. You know, technically, if Jessifer got to this room first, she could have disabled the weapons, which is what they had to do in order to be able to get for a helicopter to be able to approach the Heimdall. That's what Jack was doing, like, throughout the whole game. He was trying to find that room so he could turn the weapons off. I guess Jessifer could have just done that right there. Because, like, she got there, like, basically right after waking up. But never mind, I guess. Alright, I do see a white door by the south side, so let's go all the way there and see if we can get in. Oh. Well, he wasn't there before, but he is now. Oh. Almost ran right into him. No, I know Scope. I know he's there. Just being cautious, just taking my time. Yeah, there's something there. Let's try going this way then. I think this is the magazine. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we do have a save point right here. Don't suppose there's anything in any of these boxes. Okay, good. There is. Alright, so even though I did search them as Jack, we do got stuff. Yeah, this room is just refilled completely, I guess. And she does get grenades, so I guess that means she does get the equivalent of the Riot Buster at some point. Alright, where are we going next? Alright, I do see a couple white doors we could go in. As for right now, I guess what we're trying to do our goal right now is, I guess, to get up to deck 3, isn't it? Because there are a couple people on deck 3 we need to talk to. We need to get through quite a few hallways, I guess, before we do that. And I guess we will be filling out these maps as we go, as we did with Jack. But for right now, let's take a little bit of a break. We'll come back, I think, with some more Carrier in Jessifer mode. Okay. We saved. We got some weapons. We got some ammo. We're feeling good. Feeling good about our chances. We know that we have to get up to deck 3, which is what Jessifer said, but for right now, let's fill out the map. I assume that filling out... Oh, what's that? Well, don't get close to it.
There shouldn't be such plans on an aircraft carrier.
No, there shouldn't. No, don't get close. What are you doing? Don't do that. Okay, I guess it was fine. All right.
It's no good. I had no idea such strong plans existed. I better figure out what's happening on the double.
And she just ran right up to it and used a bomb. Well, I guess we cannot go that way. But there is a door back here. Oh, this is actually leads to where the doctor is. I wonder if the doctor's there now. It's open. Is he in here? Oh yeah, he is.
Doctor!
Lieutenant, you're okay.
Yes, I'm glad to see you're okay too.
I heard that the information department has been watching the development team investigating ARC.
Yes, sir. At the information department, we're wondering if the cause of the accident is related to ARC. Therefore, I would like to request any data that's been collected by the development staff.
But it seems that ARC is more than either department imagined.
Really? If the doctor says so, I must get the data back to headquarters as soon as possible.
You must get some pictures of it. I'll collect what data I can.
Yes, sir.
I'll deactivate this damned lock system.
Good. That should make things easier.
All right, I guess he has not been possessed yet.
I'll remain here. I have to change the course of the Heimdall.
So he's doing okay for right now. He said he was going to unlock some stuff. I don't know if anything did get unlocked. All right, I have to take some pictures, apparently. Do I have a camera? I don't think that's something that's been introduced. I mean, I do have the scope, but can I take pictures with the scope? Well, maybe it'll tell me about it when it needs to tell me. Ah. Well, let me just go through here for right now. Alright, no reason to go into that hallway, I guess, because it's blocked by that plant. So that doesn't... I don't think we need to. What about over here? There is one up there. Let's take out the easy shooter. There we go. I have a lot of bombs, it seems. What happens if I go... This would be behind... Okay, I can't get through there right now. If I did, it would be behind the big wriggly tentacle plant. But it looks like I can't go there. And it's immune to bombs. What could possibly damage it? Oh, hello. I'm glad it's patient and waiting for me to do this. Alright, so this one's locked. From the other side. I see some wriggling plant down there. Guess I cannot go down there. It does seem like so far it is kind of blocking me off from a number of places. It seems like it's sort of routing me down maybe the path that I have to go down. It's like it's saying, no, don't go down there. You don't need to go down there. Just go over here. Which, all right, I'm not going to complain about that. If it is going to route me down the correct path instead of having me explore everything, it's not a bad thing. Can I just go through here? Is there a problem with doing that? Yeah, I guess. Hello, how's everyone doing? This is not a happy room. Only took a little bit of damage, so I guess that's fine. I guess it was worthwhile coming in here because this is where the Riot Buster is. Oh, it's called the Riot Buster. I'm disappointed we didn't get a custom name for our version of it.
So that's why it's so hot. This thing is running like crazy.
It's running wild. Alright, I guess nowhere else here to go. Seems like it's fine. Alright, there's an elevator right here. I guess we can take this up. Nope, it's broken. That's still not working. Locked door up ahead. Also, it looks like that there is an elevator through here. We could see about that. Alright. Let's save. Alright. Can I use this now? Nope, cannot use it now. Anything here? No, cannot. Alright, looks like there's one door I can see that we have not gone through yet. Or at least a door that is not blocked by writhing plants. Just to make sure, let's just make sure that this is not, yeah, that cannot open. Just want to check, just want to make sure. So there's that, which, yeah, let's head through here. So I wonder if Jessifer's progression is going to be the opposite of Jack, where Jack began on the top deck and worked his way down to the bottom. Jessifer begins on the bottom and I guess is going to work her way up to the top. I guess it's how this is going to go. There is a plant over there, but I can go down here. Oh, but there is a friend over there. Let's be careful about the friend. Whoop. Should have reloaded. I forgot to replenish. So that's what happens if you don't replenish. Alright, let's continue looking around. Sensor's damaged. That's just fine. If you want to cut off as many doors and hallways as you want, I don't have a problem with it. I guess this is the only place I... It's beautiful!
What is that?
It's a giant plant around a nuclear reactor.
This is Ark? I can't believe it. It's stuck to the nuclear core. And what is causing the brilliance? It's as if it's feeding off of the nuclear core. There's no time. I've got to finish these pictures.
Yeah, what pictures are we taking? Are you going to take them in the cutscene? Oh yeah, I guess she is. I guess it's just going to be cutscene photos. Alright. I was wondering, is there going to be like a thing where... Oh, hold on. Which, Yeah, I have not been to the room to the right of me. I was wondering, is there going to be like a camera mechanic where I take photos of things? But no, I guess it's just going to be like, taking photos in cutscenes. I don't think that's new. I think that was there when we were playing as Jack. What's this? Heimdall incident. Ship Captain James McGregor. On April 4, 2023, there was an explosion in the engine room, but fortunately did not affect the progress of the ship. After preliminary examination, we concluded that it may have been an act of terrorism. For this reason, we would like to have a member of the Special Forces as well as a terrorist expert included in the Special Investigation Team. Alright, so that was true. Like, the explosion was deliberate, as we found out. It was the work of the South.
Damn! If I don't get the data from the doctor...
Oh, I guess I have to go back to him. Do I need to take more pictures, or is the pictures, is that fine? I'll just take a look around and see if there's more pictures for me to take. Right, so the captain was correct that the explosion was deliberate. Speaking of the captain, we never actually did meet him. I wonder if we'll meet him as Jessifer. Because it seems odd that it seems odd that the captain just hasn't been around, but hey, we played Sentient, in which, like that whole game, we were wondering, where's the captain? And it's like, okay, he's dead. So it's not unheard of. Alright, so... Can we reach that door down there? Okay, no, that is blocked. So maybe we're just heading back to the doctor to show him the photo.
Were you able to get a picture?
Yes.
I got together all the data I have on Ark. Here, take this disk with you.
Report on the nature of Ark, William Noble. You know, I wasn't really thinking about what the name of this character was. I just called him the Doctor, but I guess this is his name. Ark. When the Earth's environment deteriorates, Ark records the life data of the living creatures around it, and when the environment revives, it releases this data. Life data does not refer to a particular set of genetic data, but that information which is necessary to recreate the ecosystem itself. When the environment revives, Ark releases the life data it protected for so long to reproduce the ecosystem. In this way, Ark is the creator of life itself. For example, during the dramatic fluctuations in temperature of the Ice Age, Ark took the life data of the living organisms into its seeds and preserved it. When the temperature once again became stable, Ark germinated and released the life data to once again create the ecosystem. So it's basically a save state for the Earth. Ark and the engine room incident. The seeds of Ark were driven to germination by radiation leakage caused by the explosion in the engine room. Ark then began to rapidly create the most suitable environment for life, a jungle, inside the Heimdall. Then Ark began to release larvae carrying the life data it had protected for so long. It was this larva that the crew was calling a parasite. The larva attaches itself to a crew member and begins to look for a place to propagate. Some of the larvae found its way into the food locker, and with the food for nutrients began to release life data. However, since there is no place suitable for procreation inside the Heimdall, those crew members who have been infested by the larvae wandered like spirits throughout the ship, so there's no good place to get down on the Heimdall. You know what I'm saying? No place to get busy and go to town on this ship. The dangers of Ark. Based on my experience, the following is a description of what will happen if Ark leaves the Heimdall. Ark is a motherly preserver of the ecosystem on Earth. From ancient times, a certain amount of a particular life form was permitted. However, humanity has grown to a greater extent, making it too difficult for other forms of life to survive. Therefore, if Ark germinates, it will work to correct the excessive propagation of humanity. For many, this would mean nothing less than death itself. Practical uses of Ark. 1. Organic computer. The Zoe organic computer was built upon the synapses of nature theory, a theory which suggests the existence of Ark. The discovery of Ark suggests the possibility of an even more sophisticated organic computer. I like this idea. I don't get enough frames per second in my games. Maybe the life force of the planet itself could be used to make a better graphics card. That's suggesting maybe that could be a use for it. Synapses of nature, a form of telepathy that exists upon all living creatures. Oh yeah, the morphogenetic field, I know about that. Within the framework of the synapses of nature, each living thing acts like a single cell in a larger organism, nature itself. And Ark has the ability to control nature itself and thereby control all of the living creatures of the Earth. Terraforming technology. Ark has the unlimited ability to protect and nurture life data in harsh environments. It is capable of carrying such life data over time and place. This ability could be used to develop a terraforming technique, which would allow us to create a habitable environment for humans on other non-hospitable planets. Creation of new life. Ark shows an incredible agility to adjust to its environment. This agility could be used to create a new form of life.
If you pass it on to your superior, he'll know what to do.
Doctor, what about you?
I'll remain here. I have to change the course of the Heimdall. If Ark makes it to the mainland, it'll be all over.
I see. Then I'll go. Be careful, Doctor.
I do like how the description of what the Ark is basically how it's Gaia, the life force of the planet, and the Doctor's writing of practical applications for using it. We could use it for more powerful computers. Look, we've reached the end of Moore's Law. Silicon can only go so far. How about we try making a plant-based computer? Also, the last part of that file was basically the Doctor suggesting, hey, remember the Genesis device from Star Trek 2 and 3? How about we make one of those? We could probably do that. That's kind of what he's suggesting at the end there. And we all know that goes bad. Someone's going to use it as a weapon.
I'll remain here. I have to change the course of the Heimdall.
All right, so I guess now that we have this file, I guess we can leave. Oh, someone here? Yep, someone's here. Oh man, imagine how efficient the plant-based computers would be at mining Bitcoin. Just imagine it. Alright, so I guess we can now make our way to that elevator. No, not the elevator. It was that door, I think in the northeast. Which Jessifer said she couldn't go on. She couldn't... Oh, actually, I should save. Because there's a save point right here. Jessifer said that she couldn't go through a door because she needed to talk to the doctor. Well, we've done that now. It does kind of seem like, though, when you think about it, that the Earth and the life on the Earth would never really be able to advance due to every so often the Ark comes up and says, nope, we have to, I saved state a few billion years ago, now it's time to load state. Sorry, gotta load state and go back to the way it was. It's going to do that every so often, so we can't really make that much progress, can we? And so I think that the door is around here. We could go through it, but Jessica refused because she wanted to talk to the doctor. Is this the door? No, this one's damaged. Even though the door is white, it still says it's damaged. Let's try going through the engine room. So we went around there. Did we? No, actually, I think I went this way. Believe I went this way. Yeah, this is yeah.
Spark team, please respond. This is Lieutenant Manning.
Manning, this is Sergeant Ingalls.
Sergeant Ingalls! Can you hear me? Your brother is alive!
Yeah, I spoke to him on the radio.
Good. I took some pictures of Ark and gave them to Dr. Noble, and the doctor gave me some information about Ark.
Lieutenant, you saw it? What is it?
Until I take a look at the data the doctor gave me, there's not much I can say. But it seems to have attached itself to the nuclear core.
Nuclear core? How could...
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I wonder what it is. I have to get this data back to headquarters and have it analyzed.
Yeah, you're right. I just spoke to the doctor on the radio, but whatever it is, it seems to be much more dangerous than we thought.
Yeah, this is some serious stuff. This Ark is not part of the Earth as we know it. I'm going to find the other members of my team that should be on the ship.
I'll continue looking for survivors. Lieutenant, be careful. We don't know what's happened here.
Yeah, you too.
I guess Jessica, much like Jack, is not a fan of actually reading these files, as she is now also saying that she doesn't know what the Ark is and what's going on, when the file from the doctor clearly said what the Ark is and what it's doing. I guess she just skimmed it and said, yeah, whatever. Big plant, whatever, you know, Nuclear core. Gotta deal with it. Alright, so we're going down here. I assume we cannot use the emergency elevator. Yeah. Only in emergencies, so Jack will be using that later on. For us, we'll be taking the normal elevator up to Deck 4. And I think this should take us to the room that has a bunch of elevators in it. And if it does, one of these elevators is going to take us to Deck 3.
This is Sandra. Are there any survivors? This is...
Sandra? Sandra! This is Jessifer.
Jessifer, you came.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
You okay? Where are you?
Deck 5. The door lock is malfunctioning and I can't get out.
I see.
Phew. Boy, am I glad to hear your voice. This area is completely flooded. It's a mess.
Wait just a little bit more. I'll be there soon.
Oh yeah, Mark should be around here somewhere too. He was investigating the Southern Cross spy. Try to find him on your way here.
Okay.
By order of Zoe, all partitions on Deck 4 will be closed. All passageways to Deck 6 will be closed.
What? What is the computer doing?
Well, does that mean we can only go to Deck 3? Because that's fine with me. If it's not going to let me go anywhere else. Yeah, great. That's awesome. By the way, it's kind of weird that Zoe has been mentioned a few times, but not much. It's like this advanced computer that the doctor made for the carrier, but it's barely ever mentioned. I don't even know why it's a thing at all. We hear it mentioned at some times, but not really much. Just like one of those things of, why did they come up with the idea of a special supercomputer for the carrier in the first place if it wasn't actually going to be something that was going to be important to this? I don't know. I don't know. Actually, we're on Deck 3. The crew quarters, I think, was on the south side of the deck. So, we should check out the south side. Is there anyone up here? Yeah, there is. Well, alright. I'm using a lot of ammo for this. I probably should not use so much. Alright, I think it's dead. Yeah, here's where all the quarters are. Let's see who we can go inside. I don't think these are your quarters, sir. Took a little bit of damage. Alright, anything around here? Everything seems normal. I don't see anything here. Nothing useful. Alright. That's damaged. That's not opening. I see someone in there. Doesn't look like anyone's in front of me. Let's just walk by and see if he comes out. Here he comes. Oh, got ribbed. Got hit with those ribs. Doesn't look like he's getting up. I assume this is going to be empty because Jack would have taken it. Nope, yep, nothing there. Anything of interest? I'm not seeing anything. Yep, covered with wounds. It doesn't seem like she's paying attention to anything about these bodies except that they're dead and wound covered. I don't see any items around. Kind of camera angle goes over here, but it says nothing's useful. Let me just make sure. Check this guy one more time. Already gone. Alright, so I think that's everything I can check here. And actually, there is a door back there. Yeah, did I try this? That door's damaged. Yeah. And there's one up here. Nope, that door is damaged as well. No one in sight. Damaged door. Door's been damaged. This door's actually functional. Whoop. How do you think these doors get so damaged? Do the zombies just beat up the doors? Something like that? Nothing there. Odd camera angles in this room. Everything's normal. I guess? Everything. Yeah, sure.
Sergeant Ingalls!
Lieutenant Manning, I'm glad to see that you're okay.
Thanks. You too. How's the investigation going? Have you learned anything new?
No, not yet. I still don't know what caused all this. Well, I have learned that if we don't shut down the weapons system on Deck 6, we won't be able to get out of here.
Oh. What will we do?
Don't worry. I'll shut it down. Somehow.
There's no one else you know. You're the only one who can do it. I have to get the data I received. From the doctor, back to headquarters as soon as possible.
You're right. Leave the ship to us. You should get out of here.
Yeah. Have you heard from your brother?
Yeah, I spoke to him on the radio. We'll meet up later.
Good. I'm very grateful to your brother. He took care of me when I was unconscious. If you see him, tell him I said hello.
Will do.
There's not much time. I must go. Here, take this.
Well, I mean, I would have liked to keep that drink.
Thanks. Be careful, Lieutenant.
Thanks. If I learn anything new, I'll let you know.
So I guess Jessifer's campaign is kind of accelerated because it was a while before we got that cutscene playing as Jack. I don't think we actually gave him one. I'm not sure if we did. So, find anything?
Thanks. Be careful, Lieutenant.
Like, I'm looking for, like, a woman in one of these quarters. Have you seen, like, a woman in one of these rooms? She's supposed to be in one of these rooms. Like, maybe she's hiding under a bed or something? I'm just grasping at straws here, Jack. Is that all the... No, did it register this is locked? Okay. So I guess that's all of the quarters. So there are a couple people we're looking for. Looking for Sandra, looking for Mark, I think she said the name is. And we're also trying to get to the top so we can get the data that we got from the doctor to headquarters. Here's a save point, which is probably a good thing because it seems like it's probably a good time to save and say goodnight from our time with Carrier. So, we did get to the end of Jack Ingalls' campaign. We fought the last boss. It wasn't good. It was kind of an underwhelming last boss. Kind of. And it was an ominous ending as Wesker seemed like he was deciding he had to take things into his own hands and say maybe it is time to push the reset button on humanity because of nukes and war and humanity's hubris. The hubris, as always, the downfall of humanity. And then we beat the game and got the credits, but it was not over because we have Jessifer. Jessifer is here. We have to see what she's doing, though it does seem that Jessifer's campaign is much more compressed, considering what we have seen so far. Jessifer has gotten the information from the doctor on what the Ark is. I don't know if she's actually read it. And we are working our way up to the top deck, but we have a couple of people to find. For some reason, I don't know why we're looking for Sandra and Mark, but we're looking for them. Jessifer is searching the carrier for these two people, and she, as well as her massive legs, will not be denied finding these two. I guess they worked on the project, the Ark project. That's why she's looking for them. And maybe next time we will run into them. And hey, will they live? Mark, I'm going to say Mark doesn't have much of a chance because he's not even in the manual. He's not even in the manual. Sandra is at least in the manual, though Sandra does not have, you saw this. She does not have a whole lot to say in the manual. She plays the big sister role. She's good with mechanics and guns. She has less text than Terry does, so things are not looking good for Sandra either. So, will either of them survive? I don't know. But I guess next time we're going to see if they live or die. We're going to see how and why Jessifer gave her stuff to Wesker to hold the sample of the Ark. And I don't know, maybe we'll wrap up that storyline about Wesker being a traitor, because that really didn't come up. in Jack's campaign. Like, nothing actually happened with that, so I assume it's going to have to happen with Jessifer. And who knows, maybe we'll even meet the captain, because the captain's got to show up, right? It's got to do something with that. You'd think so. The captain's in the manual, I think. Let me look at the manual. The captain... There he is. I mean, he has an entry on the manual, and we only saw him in, like, one cutscene, which was a videotape. He's got to show up in person, right? Probably. I think that would make sense. So, next time we will continue on with Carrier, continue on with Jessifer. I don't know how long it's going to take to go through Jessifer's campaign, considering, again, how sped up this seems so far. So, we'll see how it goes, and we will continue on playing the B side of Carrier as we see what Jessifer was up to during the adventure. I'll see you next time.